Hello, how is everyone? Hope you're doing good. I hope you can hear the little tiny bit of music in the background. I don't want to put it too loud so that it's like overpowering, but it's very rainy here on the Isle of Man, which I'm not a fan of in May. And poor Miss G had to go to the vets today in the rain, and the music is loud. Oh, I can turn it down. Let me see. I can like barely hear it now, so maybe you guys are hearing it, differently to me. Because obviously I'm not hearing my own voice, I'm just hearing it in my head. Much better? Okay, good. Yeah, hi everyone. Yes, it's Monday. I'm back from Ireland. Although on Thursday I'm going to England. I'm going to a wedding on Thursday. Just until Sunday, and then I'm back for like a week, 10 days, and then I'm going to see my sisters. That's like the end of like the 25th of May. Yes, someone did tell me that. I don't watch 911, but somebody did send me a message saying that Vanessa Williams' character was killed off. I never thought this show would in any way interfere with her being on the L Word anyway, because it's like a show that's like Grey's Anatomy and Station 19. Like, they film generally between July, August until about this time of year, so it wouldn't, and also it's not like they're filming it in Hawaii or something that it's a really awkward place to film for her going back and forth, because if you're not like, even Jennifer Beals, who is one of the leads, she was able to do the Book of Boba Fett at the same time. It's in ensemble shows, it's generally quite, I don't want to say easy, but they're generally quite flexible, because it's one of those shows that there's so many other people that they can work with her schedule and stuff like that. So it wouldn't have been a huge issue anyway, but her character being killed off, obviously that's not good, but it means that it's freeing her schedule up. But I'm sure she'll have other work too. I'm sure she won't just be waiting on the L Word. Like, she's got plenty of stuff going on. So I was talking about this in my patron like hangout last night, that it's going to be interesting how we hear if Vanessa Williams, Rosie O'Donnell, and Donald Faison come back, and if we'll find out like how many episodes they're in or something. I think they're going to try and keep it like a bit under wraps, but I went back and looked like through my all my like notes and like all my videos from last season, and they started filming on the 30th of November 2020. And then the thing, remember that all that I did that video, it actually was like one of the first videos about filming that did really well for me. It was like one of my biggest viewed like videos for quite a while, like about real stuff, not just like clips. And that was like the beginning of December, so we found that out pretty quick. It was in like 3 weeks that Rosie, Donald, and Griffin Dunn, it was the three of them listed and saying that they were going to be part of the show. And then that's when Rosie was doing like all those TikToks. So but obviously this is different because we're like looking for them to be on the show. So, we'll all be all over their social media. And then also, there's people that just randomly see them filming. Like I had a bunch of people last year that there was one day where I think it was when they were shooting the scenes for in episode 7 where they had that like cystic fibrosis night, because I had a bunch of people that lived in like the apartment complex opposite, and they sent me like a message and like sent pictures like of the whole of where like all the trailers had been set up for filming. And then also somebody had sent me like that collapsible, like it was like a those big banner things that like pop up that people have at events. It's like a big long banner. They sent me pictures of that, and that's how I remember putting it on my social media. And we like knew that they were having that event that Dana's was before it came out. Oh, Chrissy, it does. So yeah, I don't know whether anyone saw. I can't remember. I think I put this on Twitter and on my Instagram stories. Or no, I did a post about it. That IMDb TV in the UK, it's not called that anymore. It's called like TV or something like that. If you have a Fire Stick, literally just like turn the Fire Stick on, and at the moment they're even advertising the L Word to me for free. You can watch all 6 seasons of the original show. So, because previously the only way you could watch the L Word in the UK was if you had Sky, and Sky is like over £100 a month. Like, it's expensive. I don't have Sky. It's I don't know. I feel like I would never go back to for Americans. Sky's like cable, like Xfinity or something. Freevee, that's it. They it's good though. Like, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to be like they were showing me the first episode and then I was going to have to like pay for the other ones, but no, it's all six seasons. And what else is going on? Oh, I was going to pull up the IMDb page so we can look. I mean, you guys know from last year, like, IMDb is not the be all and end all. It is right a bit, but it's definitely not the be all and end all. The VPN and you'd have to get your Fire Stick to be like the VPN to go through the Fire Stick. It would work on the TV. It wouldn't work on your phone and stuff, because the problem that you run into with like I can use Hulu and American Netflix, and when I use my VPN for like Showtime, it's fine to use in your computer or your TV, but if I tried to get the Showtime app on my phone, I wouldn't be able to, because the Apple App Store knows, even if you have a VPN on, it knows that like my phone is a UK phone. I do have like I've always, in America, I always kept a UK one, and here I've always kept an American one, like an old phone, that if there was some app that I really wanted, that, like here I use Hulu, but the really annoying thing is when you go sorry, my voice is really weird. If you go to the Hulu one and it's been like a while since you've been out of America, it's like it won't let you in because it's like an old version, and then when it goes to try and download the new version, it can tell like, oh, you're not in the US. No, the L Word's still on Hulu. This is just in the UK. We don't have Hulu in the UK. Our basically Disney, this sounds weird, but basically Disney is Hulu in the UK. Like all the Hulu shows are on Disney over here. So if you're in the US, you can watch The L Word on Showtime or Hulu. Same with Gen Q, and the UK Freevee or IMDb TV. Yeah, Showtime do send out those surveys asking people's opinion. But yeah, the other thing the other choice is in Australia, they have Stan, and that is actually cheaper than Showtime. So you could just use a VPN and have Stan, because they release the episodes at the exact same time as Showtime. So maybe when the new season comes out, just get Stan and use a VPN. But if you're in, you know, Europe or the UK or anything, and you want Showtime, you can use my VPN link, and it gets you like I think you get 4 months free. So always in like all my video descriptions are the VPN link. And in my opinion, I've had a VPN literally for probably the past 15, like since VPNs were even a thing, I've had one, because like living back and forth when I was in the US, I wanted to watch UK stuff. And the best thing now about the VPN is that if you are in the US, you can still use it to like watch the UK Netflix. So like we still have The Office and Friends and Parks and Rec and everything on Netflix. And then also, if you don't want to pay for Hulu, you can use the VPN for the UK Disney channel or Disney app, and you get like all the Hulu shows on the Disney app if you use the UK one. So it's totally worth it to get a VPN, and then you can like condense your streaming services. So anyway, yeah, enough about I need a job from like Hulu or Disney or someone pitching them the just pulling up these I'll show you guys what I saw the other day. Check, you can see, right? Yeah. Where was this? Oh yeah, because they've put a season 3 one on here now. So they've put some of the new writers on, but it's odd because they haven't put them, well, I guess like certain ones agents haven't like updated them yet. But all this stuff, this is all just like automatic. It's, you know, it's not being put in. Oh, it wasn't, it was under something else. See, there was a few, maybe they've taken it down, but there was some stuff, like that's where I saw that new, no, they must have taken it down. There was some stuff that had 2022, which obviously would be season 3. That's weird. so strange. So I wouldn't. I just it must be true though, like it was a new cinematographer, because like where else would they have got that information from to put it on there? Like, really strange. Yeah, so there's nothing on there anymore, because they've removed it. Oh yeah, I really hope Nat comes back too, because oh hey Kia, because it will be. I mean, like, I guess they can get away with it now because like her and Alice aren't together, and then even though Gigi is her ex-wife, like they never really had that many scenes together. Like there's that one when Alice and Bet are at like lunch or brunch or something. So I don't know. It just depends what, because that's the other thing that was like Stephanie Allen like always was just guest star too. So I mean, the people that are really, I think most people are concerned about or like wanting to know if they're coming back are Rosie, Vanessa Williams, Donald Faison, Stephanie Allen, and that's pretty like those are the main ones that are like really, if they come back will make a big difference or not. And then I've done a video about this, but everybody else will be back, like all the main cast members. And I'm really interested to see how many episodes Laurel Holloman's in. I said this in my video yesterday, and I've said it a couple of times, but she definitely like, if there's one thing that I would put a bet on about the L Word, it would be that when she signed that contract for season 2, or even maybe towards the end of season 2, that she signed a contract for season 3. So it could be that she's in the same amount of episodes and she had like a 2-year deal, or you know, it could be the first season you're in 5, the second season you're in 6. It could go up 1, but I wouldn't really expect her to be in more than that, because she still has, you know, like a painting career. Like she needs time to do that. Yeah, the do you know what I was doing the other day? I was looking through the, you know, on like the Tuesday before the new episode, and we were, those pictures that would come out, and we were always like 2 weeks ahead. So like they always came out, was it a Monday? I think Monday or Tuesday, and I used to post them on Instagram, and it's like the Viacom press site, and they would always release like a handful of pictures from, you know, the 2 weeks forward episode. But then after the episode had aired, they'd release a ton of pictures just from the episode. And those pictures is how you can see that there was like quite a lot of scenes cut from season 2. And there's like multiple, I think there was 2 episodes in a row where they had cut out Bet, Alice and Shane scene. And I mean, I really wish they weren't cutting those scenes. I would love to see them. And I was looking through those pictures, like just trying to get an idea on some of the cut scenes. And there's the finale pictures up there. And there's one of like Alice and Tom sitting next to each other, and they both look like quite freaked out maybe. But I really wish that they would, like, I don't understand why they film more for the finale and then leave it at that. Like it's just such a odd thing to do. And I mean, I feel like there must be something more to it, because why would you just not show it? And then between all the other scenes that, even from the pictures you can tell that aren't there, I really wish that they would release the deleted scenes. And I always say, like, oh, I want the bloopers too, but it just, like, even the social media that Showtime does or anything, like, they just don't put anything, like, for the show. Like, in the off season, they could do even like once a month, like put one scene out. Like, they already have it filmed and there. Like, it would be such a small thing for them to put it online. Yeah, they said there's more to the airport scene. Well, they're definitely, because like the picture shows them sitting in the plane next to each other, and then there's another picture of Alice, that like Alice is like looking there, and the camera's like taking the picture this way, and you can see like the shoulder of like one of the flight attendants. So that, like, we didn't see Tom and Alice sitting the way they are on the plane in the picture that's on there. So there's definitely more to that scene. And then Alice speaking to the flight attendant, there's more to that too. So there's potential, well, there is two scenes at least cut from Alice's part at the end. And then they also said that there was Marcia did say that there was more to the Bet and Tina scene, which I don't think it was like a huge amount more, but I think that there was, I think you got the answer of like whether she came in or not. I think she wanted to leave it more up in the air, because when I asked, like, you can go and listen to this, when I asked her in the interview, when I said like, oh, what happens after, she was like, oh, it hasn't been decided yet. So I think that they wanted to leave it more like not even knowing if she came in or not. Yeah, they never put stuff like that out when the original was on either. I mean, yes, there was YouTube and stuff like that then, but it wasn't the way shows are kind of marketed now on social media. They totally should have put them on the DVDs. Like, if you look at The Office and even like Friends and stuff, they put all the deleted scenes, maybe not all, but they put a lot of deleted scenes and bloopers and like director's cut and stuff like that. And what they really should do, especially on a show like this that is a smaller show and has like a very passionate audience, is that they should do, even if they did one of these a season, like on the Office they do this, where even Kate, Leisha, and Jennifer just did this on the DVD, where basically they watch an episode and they talk about like filming it, but it's the three of them, and it's just, you can then watch the episode on the DVD with them talking over the top of it and hearing like what it was like to film and all that stuff. And that's why I keep saying that they need to do on Pants, is not tell us what's happening in the episode, but tell us like what it was like to film, like things that we're not going to know from watching the episode. Yeah, Showtime does a lot of unnecessary time skips, which I mean, like, yes, it's because most of their shows are only like 12 episodes a season, but I wish they were more clear about all the skipping around. And I also I saw an article about Yellow Jackets the other day, and when they renew, well, Yellow Jackets got like quite an early renewal, but they said that Yellow Jackets would be out this year the same way the L Word would, but they only start filming that the 4th of July, and the L Word starts before that. They're starting mid-June, and Yellow Jackets has a bit more going on, like, like the winter stuff and the two timelines, and I don't know, they're going to be real pressed to get that out by the end of the year. Flint, thank you so much for the super sticker. Aw, you're such a sweetie. Thank you. Yeah, the Yellow Jackets. I guess they could pair it with the L Word, but I think they will be. There was something else in the article that I was like, ooh, that. I think it's because when they're filming in the past timeline, it's going to be the summer, and they're going to be like in the winter in the show, so they're going to have like crazy snow and everything like that, and have to completely make it up. Oh, that little man's cute. I just saw him, Flint. So yeah, I don't know whether we'll get them out at the same time, but if we did, that would be really cool. If we got Yellow Jackets and the L Word, I'd be so busy. If we had them both. Well, maybe if we had one on Sunday and one on Monday. But I haven't got any idea yet who, when they start filming, if they're gonna be if they're all starting on the same day or what's happening, because remember last year was obviously when like COVID and stuff was going on, and most of them will have different start dates, unless the first day's filming is like a group scene or something, which usually they don't do that. Usually they keep it like solo, or like 2 people scenes for starting off. Oh no, oh yeah, that's right, Kia. I forgot about that. I'm sure most people saw, and I posted it on my Instagram too, that on Saturday Eileen Chaikin and Jennifer Beals were hanging out, and the question's always like, oh, what were they doing? Because Eileen's not working on Law and Order anymore, and it's also really odd because I just don't understand what happened there. Like, why? I mean, I do understand what happened there, but to do it mid-season is pretty wild. And Law and Order is still filming for this season, so I'm not sure obviously if Jennifer Beals is in the finale, but I would say so. And she could still be filming. She could have wrapped already, but I saw permits up in New York for Law and Order, so it looks like they're still filming. But I don't think they'd be meeting about Law and Order because Eileen isn't working on it anymore, and then they don't have the rights to Evelyn Hugo anymore because Netflix has it. So what were they meeting about? I don't think it was the L Word, because Eileen is just not really involved because of that exclusive contract she has with Fox. She can't really be involved outside of, like, she has a creator and a producer credit because she's the creator of the L Word, but she's not on set making any decisions. I'm sure that her and the writers like you know, if they want to run something by her, they will, but, you know, she's not there every day, like, writing scripts or anything. I don't watch The Wilds. I'm gonna have to watch it because loads of people have told me that it's good. I tried to watch it because um one of my subscribers, Tricky Detective, it was telling me that it was really good, and I watched like the first episode, but I just couldn't get into it, but maybe I need to give it another chance. Yeah, the only thing I was like, Christina, was like, they know, like, if they were just meeting as friends, they know that, like, posting something like that, you know, on social media, they know that people will be like, "Ah, what's going on?" I love Yellow Jackets too. It's a really good show, and that was another one that I like watched it. I think after it was on when Dexter was on, and I only watched like 10 minutes, and I was like, what's going on here? But then when I gave it a chance, I was like, oh, this is so good. And it was super, super, like, really, really popular for them. Okay, I'm gonna have to try The Wilds again. Give it a chance. Miss G. In making herself a little nest out of blankets. Miss G had to go to the vet today. She had like a little bit of ladies bleeding, and so I had to take her to the vet. But she's gonna get her get spayed in June, so I'm nervous about her getting a little operation, but I'm sure she'll be fine. So I'll have to let you all know when she's getting her operation. The Rachel Shelley thing was really, she was supposed to be in season 2, and it all fell like, remember, she was the producer on Pants and stuff, and all of that stopped at the same time. So I'm not sure what happened there. She has her own podcast now. This chair is like, every time that I like fix the creak, it like does it again. But Rachel Shelley has her own podcast now. It's with Diva magazine, because she's really good friends with I think it's like the CEO or one of the directors of Diva. I'm not sure if everything's cool again or not, but I mean, it would be a real shame if she wasn't in season 3. I think that I think they kind of have to make up for some lost time with season 2, because obviously they couldn't really have a lot of people guest starring, so I'd really like to see Helena and Tasha on season 3, and even just like getting some answers as to like what happened with Tasha and Alice, because I feel like it would have come up somehow, you know, like Alice was with Tasha for a while and it was a really serious relationship. Like, surely it just would come up. But I think that about the stuff with Jenny too, but apparently that's not going to come up, so. Oh, Brittany, do you mean Seppi's show, the FBI one? It was still filming, like, really recently. And it's been filming forever. The one with Kate Mara. I think that it's coming out in August, I want to say. It's a while away, like not, next week or anything. I'm pretty sure that I remember reading it was August. But whenever anything like that's happening, I will always put it on my Instagram or Twitter. Oh yeah, I haven't been back to the tattoo guy for ages just because I've been so busy. I just don't. I have half a tattoo here because um I got it started and it's in like a really sensitive area, so he's doing it in two parts, and I need to get that one finished before the other one because I do not have time at the moment. My real job has been very, very, very busy. Yeah, I really wish that. I mean, I know with season 2, like they were really there was only certain things they could do because of the pandemic, and like filming was rearranged so many times. Remember, like there was a period from they were supposed to go back to filming in like May 2020, and they didn't go back until November 30th. It was just this constant, like you can go and look on my channel. There's like video after video of filming's been postponed again. So I understand that they were, they made the best of a bad situation. But I really hope that we get some more kind of cohesiveness with the past show and then being on Gen Q, because I don't of course want them to just constantly be referencing the original, but one of my favorite episodes from season 2 was episode 4, and that was the one that like Shane talks about Carmen and Alice's mum was in, and they just did a really good job there of kind of bringing up stuff that viewers of the original can be like, I know what they're talking about, but not so over the top that if you had never seen the original that you'd be like, whoa, I'm totally lost, what's going on. So I wish that they would do a bit more in the rest of the season, like season 4 or episode 4. But I also think that the most important things are, well, the number one thing I want is like an overarching storyline of the entire season. Like, this isn't an episodic show. This isn't a show like Law and Order that you're supposed to just be able to tune into, and it doesn't matter if you've never seen it before, if you missed the last 2 weeks, if you're going to miss next week's. Like, this is a season show that you should be able to follow the threads throughout the season. And there's so many things, like if I started doing a review now of season 2, I would do it totally different to the videos I did do, because there's so much stuff that I talk about in the earlier episodes that goes nowhere, that doesn't matter, because they set it up like it does matter. Like all the poker stuff, that didn't matter. Like it didn't matter at all after basically the 4th or 5th episode. And there's so many other things that just it really went nowhere. And I really want stuff like in the last episode, Bet, Alice and Shane have that conversation about what would you do if Tina turned up on your doorstep, and then like 20 minutes later she does. Like, that conversation should have been in like the premiere, and then that, like, all season you work towards that moment. Like, that is like your audience being paid off for watching the entire season, and it means that there's like, I always talk about bookends, like it just makes sense. And when you're you're just treating each episode as standalone, you can't get that cohesive feeling. And I mean, I like with writing, I've just always been taught like you you need to be leaving like breadcrumbs for your audience throughout the season. And when you sit down to like write a book or the season, like stuff like Harry Potter and things like that, like even bloody Twilight, you can go back and they're like the greatest examples, but everybody knows them, so they're good examples that you can go back and like see things in book 2 that are relevant in book 7. And it's that sort of thing that you should be doing, because otherwise what does your audience matter? Like you're turning yourself into episodic, and that's not, people don't feel connected to episodic television. Like you don't, I mean, there are Law and Order like stans and people who really like shows like that, but this isn't a show like that. Like that's not the audience you have. Oh, Beth. I'm still waiting to. I don't think so, but I'm here providing my services for free. No one asked me to provide. Yeah, and like Lisa said, like that's also why shows like Law and Order, they're never going to be like absolute juggernauts, because it's just that connection like you're not really gonna have. Yeah, like the poker would go somewhere, like Tessa's mom, there was so much other stuff that even like the stuff with like Carrie and Tina, and then Bet's mom, and like even Micah having something to do, like the therapy thing, like that was for one episode and it went nowhere. Like it's and then I feel as though when the season went on, there was stuff that they did actually establish and it went nowhere. Like, okay, when we first meet Pippa, we're told, oh my god, Bet had to like search high and low to find her, and you know, she's closed herself off for all these years and she's not out in the public. And then, I don't know, 3 episodes later, she's teaching and has students and is doing multiple shows. Like, is she living in the woods or is she in public? Like, stuff like that. Like, that's a really, you know, we didn't get to know tons about Pippa and a few of the things that it just but there's so many other things, like the stuff with Bet's mom, like we thought that was going somewhere. I thought that was going to be like, you know, the big thing, episode 5, and then by the end of the season maybe we were going to find out like, oh, Bet's mom reached out to her, Bet's mom is alive. And you know, I really talked at the beginning of the season, like when they're at the wedding and Bet was like, oh, that's the most selfish thing I ever saw. Like, I feel like they were right there, and they could have almost tied that back, but they didn't. And then I feel like they're going somewhere with the doorstep thing, but it's like really loose and they haven't pulled it together. Yeah, I really hope that they the stuff with Micah, that they give him just a storyline outside of just kind of being there sometimes. Like, if you look at the last episode, he wasn't in it like at all, apart from in the Finley scene, but that was like everybody was there. person who did leave someone at the altar. Oh god. Yeah, I think a lot of that was like the COVID stuff, because they did actually start writing, in the normal world when COVID hadn't started yet, because they went back to writing, and then by the time everything started closing down and stuff, and then they were doing the writing on Zoom and having to postpone too much. I'm sure there was other people that were supposed to appear too, and just didn't. So, and of course, like, they were limited on guest stars and having other people in and stuff like that. So yeah, I really I can't remember the doctor's name now, but I really liked her, and I was like, oh yeah, this will be interesting. And then she was only in one episode. Yeah, I mean, that's a holdover from the original days, the no timeline, because there was no timeline in the original Albert either. But I think the whole Gibet thing was like maybe a week, 2 weeks. Oh, I haven't. Yeah, I'll do a poll. I haven't done one in a while. Oh, hi, G. You saying hi? You gonna say hi? Hi, everyone. Hey? You want to go sit there, do you? Just make yourself at home there, G. I think I know that what this poll's gonna show. The last one, anyone who listened to my interview with Marcia, that's what the last one is. Miss G's like sitting right under the screen. Just right here. What are you doing, G? She likes the bright lights in here sometimes. I can't hear the music at all. I forgot about it for a minute there. Yeah, someone someone left me a comment today. I need to go through my comments for the Bet and Tina video I did yesterday, and like sometimes it pops up on my phone, and they said something about not thinking that the Bet and Gigi storyline was over, and I'm like, oh my god, that ship has well and truly sailed, because the Bet and Tina stuff obviously, but I really think Danny and Gigi are going to be like the big thing now, because Showtime and that will have really seen how popular they are. And like last season they had no idea what was gonna happen, but they'll definitely be putting them front and center, that's for sure. Hey Florencia. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like getting some big storylines, and obviously like whatever happens with Danny's dad too, because they could, if they time skip, like, which they probably will, they'll be able to, they could get rid of that storyline very easily, like if they time skip, because it wouldn't be too hard to buy that he's got away with whatever because he's got money. Oh no, they can't. I can't believe they'd get rid of the Danny and Gigi thing, just because I feel like they don't really have like a main staple couple. Because even though they pretty quickly like moved on to Sophie and Finley, I do think like their original plan was Danny and Sophie, and like Finley was maybe going to be like an obstacle. But I mean, it is interesting to look back on like sometimes when I watch the first season again, like I don't rewatch it loads, but it does feel like really different to season 2. Oh yeah, the trial. I know, that trial went off the rails. Yeah, I mean, they could mess around with Danny and Gigi, but I think what's more likely with them is they'll make some sort of issue for either of them that's not the relationship. So, like, I don't know, Danny loses all her money or something like that. Yeah, I think Danny and Gigi definitely like have Bettina possibility, because it's been like not even one season that they've been together. Like they've been together like the second half of a season, and they're super popular. Well, I'm gonna close the poll. The person that votes for the restraining order. So it had the outcome I thought, but actually I'm surprised there was some more people that said about bet loose for Pippa show than I thought there would be. Well, filming is starting really soon, and it's gonna be interesting, that's for sure, whatever happens, because we've got lots of new writers, and I mean, I definitely think that all the people that we talked about at the beginning, like Rosie, Vanessa, Donald, I think they're gonna be back. Like it makes sense that there has to be some sort of resolution with what happened in the finale, but it's just really what sort of resolution, like how many episodes they'll all be in, and if anyone sticks around for the entire rest of the season. Yeah, and then season 4. we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Well, I'm gonna go, guys, but it's great to be talking Elwood again, finally, because it's been a while. I mean, like, in a way, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since the season wrapped, but it really has. It's been, you know, what was it, October? Like 7, 8 months. I can't believe it's been that long. So they'll be starting filming in just over a month. So hopefully we'll start getting news pretty thick and fast once they do start filming. And of course, make sure that you're following me on social media, because that's where I post a lot too, because there's sometimes I'll save like lots of little info for the videos. I did try and do a video for the last episode of Station 19, but I literally filmed the video like 6 times, and I think I've done this once before, where normally I have no problem making the video, but I just couldn't get it to work this part. Like, I just was angry basically. But I will be doing Station 19, I think, this week, unless it makes me really angry again. But I was going to do an update in the Lesbian news tomorrow. And yeah, Station 19 Greys, they're all wrapping this month, so covering them. And everything else, there's tons of stuff, hacks and things are starting, and I'll be doing the Lesbian news. And if you haven't checked out my second channel, it is linked in the description box, and I cover like fraud and scams and cults over there, and they're long videos, so if you're looking for something to watch, let me know. And yeah, thank you as always for coming and for watching my videos. I appreciate it more than you can ever know, and you guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching on replay, if you're watching on replay, and have a great rest of the week. I love you guys, and I'll see you here next Monday, of course. And love from Miss G and I, who is nestling down here. You're gonna say bye, G. Bye, guys. Oh, what are you doing? There you go. Say bye. Bye. We love you. We'll see you next time. Bye.